finishing it again. I think I got it.
Got it? Check it out.
Let's see.
It should be live. Wait on it. Hey, that's looking pretty good. Gotta say.
Sweet.
It's not vertical though.
Yeah, as long as it's...
But
There we go. Sorry about that. I'm a doofus. I do one thing well in this world, but like only one thing. It's honestly a
eating
surprise. Yeah, just mostly eating mac and cheese. I don't know how I haven't gotten myself caught in a bear trap. Oh, someone asked what you're getting done.
I'm getting a tattoo of my wife. My beautiful wife. Good.
Yeah, we're doing a tattoo of like a character of Gian's lovely wife, Zaime. She's all witchy on his arm now, and it's working into a Timmy B piece. So, that's good. Again, zero pressure whatsoever. I do like working into Timmy's stuff.
He is super good. I love his style, and it's a lot like yours too. Very different than mine. I think that's why I like it.
Timmy's definitely... He's one of the people that, like, I watched a lot when I, like, first started tattooing.
Yeah, me too.
And he's one of the greatest people in the world. He looks like a roadie for Metallica too, which I feel like is nice. Feels comforting somehow.
It was one of my
A nice soothing baritone.
When I started tattooing this one once, I was looking out for a lot.
Yeah.
It's weird though, because my tattooing is not like this at all, though.
Yeah, but he's got so many traditional elements.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, he used to be a traditional artist.
Yeah.
I got one of his first was like all traditional.
Yup.
Still me a traditional, but mostly traditional stuff. Hey, Charlie.
you guys can kind of see what I'm working on. There's the line drawings over there. Gian, you kind of, you know how like when somebody falls on Family Guy?
Yeah.
That's what you look like right now. Like all your limbs are going in the wrong directions.
I know. It feels comfortable though.
You're like, I see why they do it. It's nice.
Yeah. Alright, then. Oh, that's a good question. Is that a sensitive area? You know what? It does feel kind of weird, I gotta say.
I don't have this spot tattooed.
No?
Nope. Oh no, I guess I did. Like, I did have it done when I was like 18. I don't remember how it felt though.
Yeah, I can't remember every year that Cassie thought that feels.
Yeah. I'm old. How am I expected to remember what it felt like when I was 18?
Weird.
Funny, I'm like moving my hand really fast because I'm like, yeah, Gian loves like whip shading.
It really doesn't.
And I'm like, I'll do that, and then I'm like, idiot, you're also using like the lightest gray wash ever.
Really feels great, you know, like when you whip shade.
You're like, yeah, keep doing that. So cool. For no payoff, great.
Yeah.
What could be better?
Yeah, I like seeing tattoos different than mine, because, you know, my style is like, I don't know if I would get tattooed, one of my tattoos on me, like, I don't know, I could, but...
Well, that's like,
I get bored.
get tattooed by other people.
Yeah, I want to get tattooed by other people and see different things, you know? I already tattooed my stuff every day.
Yeah, if I want to see one of my own tattoos, I'll do one.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, need that almost.
I like tattoos that I can't do.
Well, me too.
Like, that I'm just baffled by.
That's the tattoos that I look. That I look like, and I look at them like, damn, I would just do that totally different. And that's so cool to me. Love it.
Okay, and that's one of the reasons I want to get tattooed by you. I can't do a Gian tattoo.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, I could approximate a Gian tattoo, but, like, it wouldn't be that good.
No.
It'd be alright.
Good.
Like, technically, I could do it, and you'd be like, yep, that sure is a tattoo. But it wouldn't have the same finesse. Like, I'm not very good at lettering, for instance. And, one of my...
lettering girl, good.
Well, one of my friends drew up lettering for me, and I did it, and it just didn't look as good as, like, if he had done it, because I don't have that, like, finesse behind it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not how I do it.
I can see that. Like, it happens to me with other tattoos. Same as new school, you know, I just don't have that finesse to it.
You learn annoyingly quick, though.
Well, it was good. The way you explained it to me was really good. It easy to understand. So, you know, plus I had to learn it, or else I would go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll lit a fire under you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn you a little bit. There you go.
Says, how can I reach you guys? Because I need a tattoo ASAP.
ASAP.
Doesn't sound.
So
Doesn't sound like a
I'm
good
not
idea.
speedy when it comes to literally anything in this world. But I book out like 3 months. So I try to keep it like a reasonable amount where, like, you know, we're not booking out a year.
Yeah, I don't like that idea of booking a year. Cause,
I'm just too fickle. Like, if I'm interested in something now, I want to do it now. I don't want to, like, in a year I might not want to do that tattoo anymore.
in a year you might not be tattooed.
Yeah, in a year I might be dead.
Yeah.
So then what?
Yeah,
No, like,
I don't want to do that.
yeah. But I also, like, I don't usually book, like, you know, like, hey, want to come in this week? Like, unless I have a cancellation or something.
Yeah.
And even a lot of times when I have cancellations, like, I have so much other stuff, like, that I have to do. Like, I've got, like, a lot of paintings that I have to do and, like, t-shirts that I should be designing that I'm not because I'm just awful.
Yeah.
I usually use those days as, like, basically, like, a teacher in service day. However, we work with amazing people. I would recommend anyone looking for some, like, really, like, wacky, like, kind of surreal, neo-traditional, like, illustrative tattoos. Like, if you want to come to Helheim and check out Jess Brown, because she keeps me inspired every day.
I love Jess.
And then you get to hang out with Jess Brown all day, which I'm jealous of myself because I get to do that. So, like, it might look kind of dark back here to you guys, but it's a pretty light gray wash, so it's going to lighten up over time. And also, I'm not too concerned, even if it came out exactly like this. Like, it pushes the back of the hat, like, into the background a lot more by keeping everything kind of low contrast, like dark on dark. And then I'll focus on, like, building a lot of contrast, like, in the face and in the foreground where the fun stuff is. I'm gonna lift you a little bit and turn you. There you go.
Let's watch Think Master because I had a question on Ryan.
Wait, what?
Watched Ink Master because I had a crush on Ryan. I think a lot of people had a crush on Ryan.
I think we all have a crush on Ryan.
Everybody had a crush
Yeah. What's wrong with you if you don't?
on Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan's awesome. I knew about Ryan. Like, I followed Ryan. You know what the weirdest, creepiest thing is? You know how creepy I fucking am?
How creepy.
How creepy are you? Right before Ink Master, like, I got my hair did. I went and I brought a picture of, like, the hair color that I wanted to like my stylist. I don't know what stylist. And she the picture I brought her was Ryan.
Oh my god.
Cuz she had a black to teal like ombre at one point, and I totally like I brought a picture of Ryan. I'm like, I want that. And
People do that.
and then I get there and Ryan's there and I'm like, oh, I'm so awkward. I better not tell her about this 10 minutes later. I'm like, let me tell you about my hair. I printed your picture out. I didn't print it out. Phones are a thing. But then it's awkward because I totally had like saved pictures of her on my phone. Like, I'm just like, hey, I promise this is for like a not creepy reason. I just want to wear your hair. Yes. You know, normal shit. Nope.
I don't know what that means.
Here's one of my good clients. He's saying he wants some work by you guys. Christian.
Who? What now?
I got a good client here, Christian. He wants to get some work from you.
Aww,
He's a good dude.
nice.
This guy drives like 2 hours every time to get tattooed.
Dang.
He's got the best ideas, him and his friends, man. Called me today, he's like, I want an alien that says, take me home. I was like, I love it. The best, bro.
That's a tattoo that I would very much like to see in your style.
Good, I did it. It was beautiful. And the guy, he's always like, I'll do whatever you want, however you want. You're never picky. He's just one of the best clients ever. They always tip too, which is always nice. So I always have a good time with them.
I'm just gonna take this away from you because it's falling. once again, I'm putting dark up against dark, and I don't care. And I said that really rebelliously, like, and I don't care. I don't care who knows it. Yeah. No, because, like, that's a whole thing, like, you know, oh, it needs contrast and, like, pause on neg, which is absolutely true, but, like, this is the stuff that I kind of want to, like, recede into the background, so I'm super comfortable just, like, putting, like, black up against almost black and, like, losing some of my details. Because they're not really the star of the show. They're, like, the Michelle and Kelly to Beyonce. Not everyone can be a Beyonce.
The side chick.
Yeah. Or, God forbid, the other girls. I can't remember their names.
Kelly? No, Kelly was one of them.
Kelly and...
No, there were 5.
What?
Destiny had 5 children, I guess, like, something like
Wow.
that. Yeah.
I did not know that. Kelly had a pretty good career for a minute. And then
Kelly
Beyonce-
still does a lot in, like, the fashion industry.
Yeah,
Like,
but
she...
Beyonce came in and was like, no, I don't want you to do this shit.
Well... Like, what are you gonna do up against Beyonce, really? Like...
You guys should put Beyonce on that hump wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kristen, use the new one, the, like, one of her, like, announcing twins. We have a hunk wall here at the shop. So we just, you know, we throw hunks up on the hunk wall, and it's something to eat your lunch in front of and get real inspired by. Mike just made the excellent assertion that Beyonce should be on the hunk wall. I'm shocked that she wasn't already. I'm disappointed in
too.
myself. There's a lot of Danny DeVito on the hunk wall.
Oh, that sounds so good.
This? How about here?
That sounds amazing.
Just open it up.
Boop. Boop in your elbow.
Let's go for it.
My feed on my phone wasn't not popping up for
It didn't stick again, did it?
on my phone. I don't think
Oh,
it's
okay.
like that.
That's a lengthy one. No idea.
I have a very high respect for girls that tattoo. A lot of people are scared because they think they're not as good as guys.
I don't know who thinks that girls are not as good as guys.
It's a pretty even playing
It's a
field.
fucking
Yeah.
even playing field. They're just as good, and they suck just as bad, too. Let me tell ya. There's no fucking difference.
I mean, it's
I mean, it's kind of fucked up for me that some people really see that as different. Like, it's a girl, so she's suspected not tattooed.
Well, it's crazy because
That's
it's just
crazy.
art. It's just art. And
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
I think because, like, like, reasonable people are like, well, obviously, everyone thinks that. Like, obviously, girls can tattoo just as good or just as bad as a dude. Doesn't matter.
It's like saying that Kevin Leroy, since he's gay, all he tattoos is little girly tattoos. What the fuck? Don't matter. Tattoo whatever you want.
Yeah, it's just because there's crappy people out there who really do feel differently.
Yeah.
That's the thing that gets tough. Is
those are also the type of people that can't step back and take a look at their work and be like, oh, I suck.
Yeah.
you know, it's just people will make excuses wherever they can. If they don't want to get better, if they don't want to put in, like, the time and the effort getting better, they'll make whatever excuse they can. And they'll be like, oh, she's just getting work because she's a girl. Like, that's why I'm not getting work and she is because she's a girl. Or, like, any excuse
Which
they can.
does happen a lot, let me tell you.
But here's the difference between
Because
that is, right?
There's a lot of bad
Gian,
tattoo artists.
your clients.
Yeah, but if
probably
you're
aren't gonna
better...
go to a female tattooer, my clients aren't going to. It's not. It's
My
not like they
clients
like.
don't care. My
Yeah.
clients would go, but you know what I mean. Like, there are really bad tattoo artists out there that suck,
Oh yeah.
And just because they're females, they get work. And same with guys. There's some tattoo artists, guys that suck, but just because they're like guys and they're like
The rock star.
heads
Yeah.
and shit like that, they get tattooed by people like that.
It works both ways.
It's the same.
Yeah, I mean, if your client is picking you based entirely on your gender, like, you probably don't want that client to begin with.
That's insane.
Or if they're not picking you because of your gender, like...
Right?
Like, the dudes that didn't want to get tattooed by me because I'm a girl and it would, like, I don't know, turn them gay or, like, make them, like, not as doodly, like, to get tattooed by a girl. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, that's alright, because I don't want to spend, like, 6 or 7 hours hanging out with someone that, like...
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, like, cool, you just saved me from having to hang out with a douche.
Yep. It's crazy to me because, a lot of people take that really seriously. I think it's not.
Well, it's just like Kelly said, they're just looking for excuses.
Yeah.
You know, they're not stepping back and being like, okay, what am I doing wrong? They're literally being like, yeah, I'm fucking awesome, but I'm not getting work because girls are getting work. Like, and that's just backwards.
That's ridiculous.
It's fucking crazy.
But yeah, man, it's crazy.
If you're doing fine in your career, you know, you're probably not gonna step back and start saying shit like that.
Yeah, if you're intimidated by someone because of, like, what's down their pants,
It's crazy.
then
It's fucking crazy.
that's your own issue that you've got to deal with that.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that happens quite a bit. Shelby Stockland. I've had ink from both guys and girls. I've always based my choice on portfolios. That's because you're smart, Shelby.
Yeah, Shelby,
That's awesome.
doing it right. There are tattooers too. I didn't know what they were, because again, I didn't like look into it. I wasn't like, oh man, I love their portfolio. I hope it's a dude.
Yeah, you're right.
You better be a dude, or I'm gonna be so mad for tricking me into liking you.
I'm trying to think of things that wouldn't get done by girls.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I can't think of any.
I can't think of anything right now, but there's gotta be something that you'd be like, nah, I'm gonna get that done by a dude.
Yeah.
Wait, what would I not get done by a dude? I don't know. No. I was like, if I was gonna get the inside, like my cervix tattooed, maybe I would like want a girl to do it, just because she would be more like she would know a little bit more about cervix tattoos.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. What a reasonable thing to say. I'm thinking about it too much now. I'm in my head. I'm like, would I just ask like a gynecologist, like, hey man, do you think you could draw this with a tattoo machine?
I want my gyno to be a man. I want my gyno to be a girl.
I love how guys do this with that, like, you know, like private parts and stuff like that, you know? I've heard about it. They always want to get a girl to do it.
Yeah, we were talking about it last night.
Yeah,
we're talking about it. It's like,
Well, it's because it's easier doing a fucking movie anyway.
that is true.
like, yeah, you never get, like, I never got, like, the fun dude. Like, you know, there's always, like, one dude who's like, I'll get my doodle pierced, or I'll get my doodle tattooed.
We had a guy like that.
Like, and he doesn't care.
No,
Fun guy don't care who does it, and I like that guy.
Me too, yeah.
Perv guy.
You shouldn't care.
Yeah, it's the dude that comes in and, like, he's, like, pulling his hat down, and, like, he doesn't want anyone to see, and he's like, I want to get my wiener tattooed. But it's got to be a girl that does it. It's got to be a girl.
I don't want to pay extra for it.
That's confusing.
Yeah.
Fun dude, don't
we
care.
had a fun guy get
Fun
his at
dude
the
don't
shop,
care.
but we made it so my friend Bobby did it, and we go, okay, well, if you're getting a tattoo, that dude's, penis, he's got to be standing.
Oh, good.
And then as soon as he hit him, we just kind of put it over the armrest, and he was standing up. And then as soon as he hit, it was right on the head, As soon as he hit him, this is what he did. Gian, look, he went like that.
Oh, he had a line.
He had a line.
Oh my god.
He didn't even make it through the rest of it.
That's so good. They're always funny, those stories.
Oh, they're great.
That's hilarious.
What is this? This is tawny, and this is one of those, like, the new Rember colors that I'm using for the hat, and it's, God, I love those Rember colors.
I love those rainbow color stickers, I gotta say. They're really good from material.
Yeah. Like, got those, and then, like, tawny. Works well in your skin, Gian.
That's what they were his skin.
I gotta say, I like that, what's that color? Something medium, I think it's medium umber.
Yeah.
Oh, love that color. Or dark umber, I think it is.
He's got, like, because he did the, like, light, medium, and dark, I think of, like, 2 different browns, and then he has, like, these kind of, like, wine colors in there, too.
Wow, so good.
Yeah. It's really good for, like, doing, like, if you're making something with blonde hair, it works great, because, like, you don't end up with, like, yellow hair.
Yeah. Got that caramel color to it almost.
Yeah. Caramel is so much, like, more saturated and, like, so much brighter than I always think it's gonna be. It gets everywhere. Like, every time I go to use it, I'm like, damn it! It's a really good color, but damn if it's not messy.
Oh, they have to see me with plum all the time. I think it's plum. Or that avocado.
Yeah.
Really. All of them all.
My entire inner monologue is in, like, the Sorting Hat's voice. To be Gryffindor!
Good girl. You don't make that sound.
Hey Gian, do you want to, like, lift your arm real quick? I'll just, like, show you guys, like, what we're doing. You can see your face right there. And then right now I'm working on the hat up here. It's not it's not like a massive piece, so unfortunately my hands are gonna be like obscuring it a lot. So, womp womp. But this
I don't
is
have a massive arm.
well, no, on this massive
Yeah.
arm, I just chose to do a small tattoo.
Yeah,
Just a dinky tattoo on a giant arm.
It is a big forearm, just, it worked out. But
Yeah, a lot of people have been like, "Oh my God, why does that dude have legs attached to his shoulders?"
I know, bro. I get that often. I got a guy here says that he might get tattooed by me. And he's from Puerto Rico. Carolina. My hometown. Love it. Can't wait to go back. You've never been there, right, Kelly? Puerto Rico?
I have not.
Dude, you gotta go over there.
I'm gonna try and get over there at some point this year.
No.
This year got away from me too.
Yeah.
Like, and it's barely begun, and already I'm like, I don't know. Stupid. 2017's almost done in my eyes.
It is true. I feel the same way. I feel like I got so much stuff to do this year that it's pretty hard. But, I mean, it's better than not doing anything.
Oh God. Like, the idea of, like, just sitting still is really...
Oh.
I was supposed to do that, though, in 2016. I was like, yeah, we built the shop, and now I'm just gonna, like, lay low and, like, have a real quiet year.
Oh.
Definitely not go on TV.
No.
Idiot. I failed at that plan.
That's okay. I've failed at everything I've ever done.
Jesus.
But you just keep trying,
Yeah,
Story
just
of my
keep
life.
failing until you die.
Yeah, you just gotta keep doing it. If you keep failing and then just stop, that's when you got the issue.
I think the hat's, like, resemblance is pretty good, but, like, it does also, like, resemble, like, a pile of croissants, which I like. Like, man, she must love croissants to wear all of those on her head.
Oh, wow. How are you holding up, Gian? Can't wait to see the final result. Take one for the team. Lol, thanks for Tuesday. Tattoo is feeling great. Awesome, buddy. I'm taking one for the team. I don't know what that means, but I'm doing it. I'm holding up good. I mean, sucks up there, but I feel good.
I'm not gonna do much above this, like, on your elbow. I'll do that later, like, when I can, like, have you in a different position and bend your elbow, so I'm not, like, spending double the time trying to stretch it.
Hey, no problem.
Someone asked if we could zoom out so you could see the two of us. They asked specifically. They asked cameraman. Cameraman is my phone duct taped to a light. But I'm gonna keep it right here just because like my face is unimportant and to some offensive. But you know, the tattoo's more important. Like, later on, we'll do, like, some, like, questions and answers and everything, and, like, we'll get our faces all up in there. But just during the tattoo, I'm just gonna kind of keep it as close as I can without it, like, bonking me in the face. So that you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. As much as possible. I know my hands are obscuring it, but that's kind of the nature of the beast.
Can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
It's still cool to watch that stuff, though. I love watching people tattoo. It's probably one of my favorite things to do.
You learn so much.
You do.
I remember the first time, like, I went to, I guess this was the second time I went to Paradise, but I worked up the courage that I was actually going to talk to people, and, like, me and my mentor, Kanaya, we were like, alright, we're gonna talk to people, we're gonna talk to human beings, we're gonna use our words, and, I saw Russ Abbott, and he's still, like, my Elvis. He's like my tattoo idol. And, I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna talk to Russ Abbott. I'm gonna do it. And I went over to him, and, like, there were a lot of people, so I kind of got shuffled, like, into his booth, like, behind him. And I didn't know what to do, and I was just, like, silently panicking. And I stood there for what felt to me like a very long time. And I guess must have felt to him like a very long time. Because he turned around, like, real slowly. And after a while, and he was like, hi. And I was like, hi. And then I pointed at the tattoo, and I made this, like, great observation. And I was like, that's good. and and he just, like, he just looked at me, and he's like, did you want to buy a DVD? Because he had this great DVD out at the time. I was like, yeah. And he's like, have you been standing there the whole time because of that? And I'm like, no, I was just watching.
Oh, man.
I forget why I started talking about that, but that's the story of
liking to watch people tattoo.
Oh, yeah, that's how I like to watch people tattoo. Creepily from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the best way.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, you're not gonna learn any better than that. He does not remember that.
I love Ross Abbott. I saw him the other day, and he was like, I saw you on the show. I was like, oh.
Oh, oh God.
You look like a nice guy. He was cool. We saw him in the, actually, not the other day, we saw him at the premiere of the show.
Yep. I just ran into him at Golden State, too.
He's cool, dude.
He's a cool dude.
He is a cool dude.
Saw him at Atlanta. You were there with me.
There was G Young.
He's got a beautiful shop. If you ever get the chance, for the love of God, get over to Ink and Dagger.
I want to. Yeah, I want to see it.
It's gorgeous. It's definitely like it's 100% like Russ. Like it's like you walked into Russ's brain. But like everyone over there is amazing. Alright, I'm gonna turn you awkwardly just for a second, just so I can get like the tip of her hat. Tip of the hat to you.
Yeah.
Next time I come up with it.
Are portrait tattoos harder for you than other tattoos? Gian?
That one's for me?
I'm just throwing it out to the room, man.
Oh man, I don't know. For me, I like doing portrait tattoos. I like it. I really do, but not in a competition. Put it that way.
Not in a competition setting.
No. But I like it, you know. I feel like there's a lot of other things I like to do more, but I'll do portrait every once in a while. How about you? You like doing portraits?
I love doing portraits.
You don't post too many though.
I don't get to do too many. All the portraits I do, like, it's very rare that someone, like, asks me for one. And, like, so I mostly do portraits on, like, everyone here at the shop. Like, all my girls at the shop, like Britt and Kristen both have a couple black and gray portraits from me. But, yeah, I don't get to post any because I don't get to do any. I love doing portraits. I do, like, these kind of portraits all the time, like the caricature portraits.
I think that's what you're mostly known for, you know?
Yeah. That, like, it's weird because, like, it's definitely, there's an added stress of, like, alright, make it look like this specific person.
But you gotta morph it too. It's weird.
Yeah, like, I feel like I feel less stress with like a portrait.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I also enjoy a challenge. So, you know.
I like it. I like doing portraits every once in a while. I don't know if they're harder to do. I feel like sometimes it depends, you know, on the picture. Sometimes they're easier.
I like, for portraits, like, part of it is almost like, it's not like a day off, but it is like a day differently, like, spent, because, like, I'm not drawing something out of my head.
A lot less planning to it, I think. But, I mean, it depends.
Yeah.
I mean, not less planning, because you still got a lot of planning to it, but...
I do a lot of photoshopping on portraits, too, to make them, like, a better, like, contrast composition for a tattoo.
Yeah. Makes sense to do that.
Blending, 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 blending.
Oh my god.
That might have sounded like I just did that for the video, but that straight up happens like every tattoo. I start singing about color blending.
You you blend without cleaning your needle, or do you clean your needle before you switch to another color?
I never clean my needle off unless I'm switching to a completely new color, like new like territory of the tattoo.
Yeah.
And even sometimes then I won't, because I do like to have like a united color story.
Okay.
But no, I like I dirty dip like
I'll do
from
that
one
too.
color into the next color all the time.
I do it too. I love doing that. I feel like you get a better blending.
Oh yeah.
Every time. I can't help it. I just can't help it.
Like my machine, like it doesn't hit that hard. And what I'm essentially doing, like, I'm basically just hitting like the top of the skin. I'm not like burying my needle to like pack a solid field of color most of the time. I'm making it so it's gonna take like 3 passes to make it like completely solid. But if I do that with like multiple like shades, it blends like a lot more seamlessly than if I was just doing it like step by step. Like, alright, now I'm using, you know, medium yellow, and next I'll use light yellow, and then I'll use like almost white.
Yeah, I get what you mean with that.
This? Yeah. I've seen them all, but I always wondered what Canadian is. I knew that.
Girl, she's asking, can I ask if I want to go tanning? What can I do to protect my new tattoo that I just got in October? I'm brand new to this.
If you're gonna go tanning and you have a new tattoo, like it's not healing anymore if you got it in October, so at least there's that. But I would say just like cover it up if you can, and use a very like a very mild, I guess, sunblock. I don't like telling people to use like really hardcore sunblock because like I don't know, maybe I just have sensitive baby skin, but I've had like reactions to like hardcore sunblock, like SPF 400.
Really? You have to react?
Yeah, so I'm always wary to tell people like, yeah, use a crazy sunblock. But put like an SPF like 15 or something on it, like and try to cover it up if you can.
Yeah. I always tell people it's like painting a house. You can tell after a year of the house being engulfed in the sun. You know, the paint just fades or it turns color.
Yeah.
It does the same thing on the skin.
Well, I think a lot of people kind of think of tattoo ink as like almost like house paint in consistency. Like, oh yeah, you could just cover up, you know, like.
Yeah.
But it's more like if you have markers and then you have different color paper.
Basically, that's what it is. Yeah.
Like, if you've ever used markers on, like, construction paper, like, yeah, on the white construction paper, it's the brightest. But if you use a marker on, like, you know, the yellow construction paper or on, like, the blue construction paper, it's going to be different. And that's kind of how it is working on skin. Like, you have to take into account the fact that, you know, people are all different colors. And then also, if you're gonna tan, you're gonna alter what that color looks like.
It's true.
Just don't tan.
Yeah. White is better. I used to be so tan before, in the past, like, man. Now I've really gotten, lighter skin. I got a lot of, dark skin colored people in Puerto Rico that want tattoos, and I can even tell on their skin that they tan, and they even get darker.
Yeah.
A lot of dark skinned people, if you look at the inside of their arms, they're really white in there. You know, and I feel like that's their skin tone, you know?
Yeah.
You just turn quicker with that sun.
Yeah, I mean, I adjust my color theory for, like, whatever the skin tone I'm working on. Like, I wouldn't put the same colors that, like, you know, I would put on someone of my skin tone on you, because you have more pigmentation in your skin.
Yeah.
Like, those, like, kind of, like, pastel colors, they're gonna get, like, kind of, like, that, you know, that weird muddled look?
Ew.
That when your own, like, natural pigmentation kind of comes through.
Yeah. It's muddy. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know. Some people, they look great.
Yeah, like, the colors that I chose here, like, I chose them all specifically because of your skin tone, like, so I'm using, like, these, like, kind of, like, tan golden colors that, if they were to fall out, it would still make sense in the tattoo, like, to have, like, you know, your skin tone in there, because it's similar. So I don't need to worry about it fading into something unexpected or weird or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm already safeguarded against it.
Got Jose and Ekra from Puerto Rico saying hi. Both,
Hi, Jose.
saying hi to you. Got a lot of Puerto Ricans here. Good.
50% of the people in this room are Puerto Rican.
Yeah. That's so cool.
That's pretty high concentration right now. Get Zaime in here, we'll tip the scales.
Tip it right off.
What is your favorite tattoo to do? Gian, what's your favorite tattoo to do?
My favorite tattoo to do, man, I don't think I have a favorite one yet. I mean, I always switch up so much that I don't know what my favorite tattoo would be. I love doing roses. There you go. I love doing roses. I could do those every day, all day.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with roses.
Oh, like them a lot.
Roses are like a tattooer, like fingerprint. Everyone has like a different formula.
Yeah. That's why I like them out of them too. Everybody's got their own rose. Took me forever to learn how to draw a rose.
Same.
It's such a simple thing, but to make it look good, understand where the petals come from and stuff. Hard.
I'm of the opinion that simple is way harder than complicated.
I don't know.
That's what gets me about traditional. Nowhere to hide.
Yeah, not me. I feel like it depends. I like traditional. Something ugly and traditional looks dope. I like that. Oops. Oh, man.
Remember when it was just gonna be like a really simple plain black hat?
Oh, yeah. I would have been ready.
I'm like, wait, no.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Turned it into a croissant instead.
I love when I was getting tattooed by Timmy. He was supposed to do a raven. And I was looking at it, I was halfway through it, and I was like, kid, it, to be honest, really looks like a pigeon. And he was like, oh, shit, it does look like a pigeon. I'm like, dude, I love pigeons. Like, we got a lot of pigeons in Puerto Rico. If you can tattoo it and make it look like the colors of a pigeon, it'd be awesome. And that's what he did.
That's awesome.
It looked amazing.
I like the idea of a pigeon a little bit better.
Me too.
The unsung hero.
Nobody gets pigeons no more.
Sky rat.
Sky rat. Says, hey Kelly, would you tattoo Batman? Not Buttman. Batman.
Man.
On my butt cheek.
Would I tattoo Batman on your butt cheek?
Yeah, would you tattoo that?
Would I tattoo that? I guess it depends on what I can do, like with the Batman. Like,
Do you like tattooing butt cheeks?
butt cheeks are hard to tattoo
Right.
because they're like that tough skin. Like, they're always tougher than you think, and it's hard to like stretch them because like they're so squishy.
Oh no.
Ask Eric about it.
Eric knows all about that.
Poor Eric. I probably would. I'm starting to get a little bit, like, out of doing, like, pre-existing characters, so that's really the only thing that's giving me pause. It's not the butt. It's the fact that I'm trying to do, like, more, like, original characters and, like, more, like, trolls and goblins and, like, weird creepy fairies and just like folklore and fairy tale stuff. But if I could do like Batman, like real silly and like strangely proportioned, I would definitely be more keen on it.
Oh yeah. That would be so sweet.
Have you seen Picasso's like superheroes?
Yeah, it's chill.
Yeah,
I love him.
I like his. Get it by him. Like, I love what he's doing with like all of his like Harley Quinn, and I think he did like a little painting of a Batman. Because that's what I'm thinking about in my head. I'm like, I would want to do it like that, and I'm like, no, I would just want to see Picasso do it.
Yeah, he's just good at that stuff, man. He's a real good artist.
Yeah. Gian, I'm doing her hair now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Hey.
Pretty excited.
Yeah.
Gosh damn if I don't love doing hair.
Yeah, the hand isn't proportionate to the head.
Wait, what?
God says the hand isn't proportionate to the head.
Of course it's not.
Dummy.
What is that supposed to be? It's a new school tattoo. Like, if the hands were proportionate to the head, that would be hilarious. If, like, the body was still disproportionate, though, so they just have these gargantuan, heavy hands.
Just one.
Actually, there's an artist, Sam Flores. He does these really heavy hands. They look awesome. But,
Oh, man.
nope. Actually, that hand is way more proportionate to the head than, like, I normally do.
I love it. Yeah, you always do really tiny hair.
Yeah.
I kind of like when you go like this, though. It looks good.
Yeah, I didn't get, like, super goofy on
Yeah.
this one.
I like your, like when you can see it really goofy, but it's not too goofy.
I was kind of trying to, like, almost, like, match the goofiness level of Timmy's.
Oh, yeah. I think, I love the way you do hands. The way I do hands now is the way the tip you gave me, you know. I really think it's that stuff of making the, you know, the fingers, the way you make them and stuff. A little tip. You're just gonna have to do, I'm telling you, you're gonna have to do, how do you say that, like, when you do classes, how do you say that?
Oh, like a seminar?
A seminar, yeah, on how to draw, just on how to draw hands.
How to hands.
Oh, dude, you kill it.
Dude, I love drawing hands. They're like a second face.
Oh,
They're all expressive.
I love it.
Yeah, I get that a lot, actually. People are like, that's not proportionate. And I'm like, no, like, that's kind of the point. Like, that's a thing that you do.
I know, yeah. Well, you know,
Like-
different styles for different people, you know? Get this guy out of here.
Oh, is he grumpy?
Oh, yeah, he's probably getting around the moon.
Oh, yeah, I've got, like, bad-looking hands and eyes. I mean, that's kind of, like, that's fine. Like, you can't please everybody.
Oh, dude, honestly, lately, something I've been doing a lot, and I really enjoy it, is, putting it on my tattoo pictures, like, comments are welcome. I really like to read comments of people.
I like critique. Here's the thing. I like critique personally, but, like, I delete it on my, Instagram.
Yeah.
Because it's not that I'm like, oh, nobody can critique me. It's because that's for my client. They have the tattoo that they wanted.
Yeah.
They didn't sign up for, like, a TV show where you know that you're gonna get critiqued. You know that your tattoo is gonna be, like, you know, discussed in extreme detail. Like, I was comfortable with it on the show because everyone signed up for that. My clients, like, they didn't sign up to have their tattoos, like, critiqued like that, and so I delete them, not because I'm, like,
Yeah,
butthurt or feeling, like, disrespected.
I'll delete bad pictures, bad comments and stuff, but, you know, somebody tell me, like, oh, next time you need to do this to add to it. I love that, you know, I love listening to that stuff, and, you know, well, my clients, I wouldn't recommend looking at the comics.
Oh
You
yeah.
know? That's it, you know? I mean, you're gonna get critiques no matter what. If it's not your page, it'll be on theirs or whatever, you know? I think,
Yeah. Well, if something gets reposted, though, like, it has plenty of opportunity for, like, people to say whatever they want about it. So if it's on my page, like, that's the one place, like, in the world, like, on the internet where, like, I really have control over, like, what gets, like, said and seen, and I'll just keep it a positive place, you know?
Yeah. That's what I do. I like it. I like the positivity, but I like creative criticism. Love it.
Yeah, I think one of the things people forget about constructive criticism
Yeah, constructive.
is to be constructive.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just, like,
Yeah,
say,
if you
I
just
don't
say
like
that's
this.
bad,
That's
like,
not
that's
constructive.
yeah, it's hardly.
You gotta say,
Give a
would've done
solution.
this way, and the next one. I love that stuff, you know? Really cool to hear.
Yeah, and if someone's just like, I hate new school, I'm like, you sure do.
Yeah. And
I don't doubt it.
that
Like,
stuff,
lots of people don't like lots of different styles. It's fine.
yeah. Definitely not for everyone.
I wouldn't recommend you getting a new school tattoo if you don't like it.
Yeah.
It'd be a terrible decision.
How many tattoos do you typically do in a day? You probably do one, right?
Oh, me? Yeah, I do one, and yeah, I take forever. I learned long, long ago that I am a one tattoo a day type of person. If you would like to refer back to the first episode of Season 8 of Ink Master, the task given was do as many tattoos as you can do in 6 hours, and I did one.
I know. I
'Cause
couldn't
I
do
am a
one.
banana.
I was like, God damn it, I should have done one too.
Yeah. Sometimes you can get away with just, like, apparently doing your own thing. I don't know. What an idiot. I was so sick, and I really thought I was doing an okay job. Like, I thought I was, like, doing great, actually. For, like, the first couple hours, I was like, yeah, man. They're gonna be happy with me.
I love that tattoo.
And then I think it was, like, the last, like, last 2 hours, where I was like, yeah, I messed up. This is not traditional, and I'm only doing one tattoo here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
It did look good.
Yeah, those traditional white highlights I threw in.
Oh, priceless.
So trad.
Those were so traditional.
Oh my god, yeah. That traditional style transparency effect that I put in
love
too.
it.
Yeah. That's great.
What a goober.
What a gooba. I love that.
And
word.
I'm sitting
Love
next to
it.
Mike McCaskill. Like,
What a gooba.
how many tattoos did you do that day?
I only did 2.
Shut up. I thought you did more.
Maybe I did 3.
Oh, I got
You definitely did 3.
I got you all beat. I did 4 tattoos that day.
Yeah, I definitely did 4. I did a rose, I did an anchor, and I did I think I might have done a little mini shit.
I did a rose. I did a.
Oh yeah, you did that, like, ship thing.
Yeah.
Like, with the sunset.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
This was too big.
I did a ship. I did an anchor. I did a rose, and I did a fucking swallow bird. Killed it.
Killed it.
Killed it.
That lady I tattooed that day was super cool too.
Yeah.
That was. I only had 2 really cool people, and it was the first 2 days. Actually, my peacock chick was super rad too.
Oh, I love that.
Oh yeah.
That was
You
good.
had you had a cool peacock chick.
She was so nice.
I got a lot of good people too. Like, I can't think of anyone that I was like, like I was hashtag blessed. Did he? Come over here and tell me about that.
Eric Higginbottom is his name.
I follow... What's the alien's name?
Roger.
Oh, he came by?
Roger Pacal.
I followed him.
Oh my god. I follow Roger, the alien.
He came in with the alien.
Oh, Jesus.
He came in with his new child.
Oh.
And his new lady.
Oh. You couldn't tell that by looking at him.
Nope.
Damn.
Nope.
Oh, damn.
That guy
He was
my favorite.
He was so fucking weird. Even when he came in, I was like, dude, why were you so weird? And he was just as weird as he was there.
That makes me happy.
Yeah. Hey, he was super cool, and he set up an appointment to get tattooed.
I like that guy. I like that he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Oh yeah, he does.
Is he getting like the scenery of the two spaceships fighting each other?
No.
Pew,
We're
pew.
doing- I actually wish that was a kind of fun tattoo. We're doing a cover up of his ex-lady's name.
Oh, what he's coming up with.
And Mission New Roses. It's so big and like done so well. It's gonna be rough to do.
I keep like sneaking over and reading the comments over your shoulder, Gian.
I'm trying to leave them last and go, but not too many good ones tomorrow. Tell you, do you have any plans to come out with a adult coloring book?
It's gonna be so adult.
Actually thinking about doing one of those things. I got a bunch of drawings I got done for a book I'm coming out with. It's taking me forever.
I would love to do a sketchbook or something. I really want to do a children's book. I've wanted to do that forever, and like I feel like I can come up with some good stories,
I'm sure you do.
but it's just a matter of like the time to do it, and I never give myself free time.
Don't you wish you didn't have to sleep?
Right? All
it-
the time.
It hurts me. Like I think about how much I wish there was an extra day so often.
I literally wish that I didn't have to go to bed.
Yeah.
So I could get shit done.
It's all the
But like
time.
I'm a very sleepy person anyways. Like I'm a tranquilized bear of a person. So like I really do enjoy the sleep. Even if there was an extra day, I would just do the same thing. I'd just be like, I guess I'll tattoo on Blurns Day.
Oh yeah. It's just an extra day to make money.
Somebody says you should get the Girls Alliance together and do an adult coloring book.
So adult. I'm a child. That still requires effort.
Well, that doesn't only require your effort; it requires 3 other ladies' effort.
Yeah, like coordinating tattooers. If anyone has ever tried to coordinate tattooers to do anything, you would know why that's like way more work. Tattooers are just the worst kind of people. To try and organize, it's honestly like wrangling toddlers.
It's impossible.
Yeah. And I'm literally no better. I might actually be the worst. I would love to do a project like that with the ladies from the Alliance. But, you know, here we are with me not being able to budget my time to fit something like that in, to budget other awesome things into my life.
Not easy.
Oh my god. Because you have to figure out, like, what you can subtract in order to put something new in.
Oh.
And that's where it gets dicey, because you're like, well, I'm certainly not going to subtract, like, the amount of time that I spend on my tattoo designs and research and everything. Like, that's a given. That amount of time is constant.
It takes me forever to draw up a tattoo. It'll probably take me sometimes 6 hours to draw a tattoo and 4 hours to tattoo. A lot of time. That's sometimes.
Yeah, I can design a tattoo fast.
You're pretty fast designing.
It's gonna take me half the day to tattoo it, but
yeah. I'm really picky with the designing part. Takes forever with it.
Alright, so it's a weird question. Do you design on paper, or do you design in your head and then put it on paper? Like, do you have to see it?
I gotta see it. So sometimes I'll like sketch something on the arm, and I'll pass it to a paper just so I get the dimensions where I want them. Like, I gotta do the composition first.
Yeah.
And then I'll just put the things in there.
It's a lot easier for me to sketch it in my head.
Yeah.
And then, like, I'll get a finished piece in my head, and then I just have to put it on paper.
I'm gonna move my arm a little bit.
You want to take a break?
No. Yeah. This thing was too high. And oh, yeah. Shoulder was done. I feel like you gotta go up more for the camera, right?
I can just move the camera, you see.
Oh, duh.
You can stay comfy and I'll move this. Technology has finally caught up with our dreams.
That's yummy.
Oh, that's a good one. Gian, how did you get into tattooing?
How did I get into tattooing? I got into tattooing. So I went to a tattoo convention of a friend of mine. She joined to go with it. And I saw everybody tattooing, and I was like, man, I can do that. So I bought a tattoo kit, and I tried it, and I sucked at it. And then I just kept doing it, you know, until I met a guy that was willing to give me an apprenticeship. That was it. But but I never really thought I was gonna be a tattoo artist when I was young. How about you? You thought you were gonna be a tattoo artist when you were young, or did you always like it?
I mean, I wanted to be, but like, I don't know. I had low expectations for myself, so I was like, I want to be, but I probably won't. No, I always drew, like, and it's all I ever did basically was just draw and draw and draw, and so like my whole family knew I was gonna be an artist, and that's pretty much like what they focused on for me. Was like, you know, like really encouraging me to draw all the time and being really supportive, and so I'm stupidly lucky that way. Like,
What about when you chose to be a tattoo artist? Were they bummed, like you were not gonna be like a singer or something like that?
I think they were just not surprised. And by that point, like when I started tattooing, there were already tattoo TV shows. Like Kat Von D was already like a thing.
Oh yeah.
So people like recognized that you could have a good career and like do okay, be like a, you know, not the scum of the earth. Like the tide had already changed for like how tattooers were being represented.
Yeah.
And like I feel like honestly a lot of that is because of tattoo TV.
Oh, it definitely is.
So like that I won't get down on tattoo TV that much because, you know, I'm a product of it. Like, and not just because of like the, you know, because of Ink Master or something, just because of like it's been around my entire career. So, my family wasn't really disappointed because they weren't surprised, and I had been really into body modification, like throughout high school. And I was in a really extreme body modification too. So like, tattooing was the tamest version.
What kind of body modification are we talking about? What are you doing?
Well, I have implants in my arms.
Since you were really young, those implants are there?
I got those when I was 18.
Holy shit.
Well, I got my first generation when I was 18. This is my second generation, but yeah, I got the implants when I was 18. Like I had lots of weird piercings, man. And I was really involved in all of these like online body modification communities. So me tattooing, like, they could understand tattooing. They didn't understand piercings or implants. That was weird to them. So I guess that was probably, like, kind of a breath of fresh air that I wasn't like, I'm gonna be an implant artist. I'm gonna open people up.
I never really got into that. I'm not into pain.
I'm not into pain either. I'm a little whiner baby.
Sounds like that hurts though.
It does. I like the result. It's like tattoos. I like the result.
Yeah.
You know, the process is its own thing, and I have all my own, like, feelings about that, but I'm into the result.
Yeah, me too. I'm not really into the pain and tattoo anything. But I love the result, man.
Had Zaime pose for me yesterday. Again, I took pictures of her.
You posted it?
Yeah, well, she was just sitting in a chair, and I, like, caught her, and she's like, oh, God. But, like, she had her hair, like, pinned back in these pretty little curls, and I was like, oh, that's lovely. So now they're in here.
Perfect.
It's because she happened to do her hair like that yesterday.
No, I love her hair.
Yeah, dude, she was stunning at the finale.
Oh, my God.
Gosh damn.
She was beautiful.
I mean, she's like no fuggo regularly, you know.
No, she was
But
a beautiful girl.
yeah, but like that, like her styling at the finale, amazing, just
really?
amazing.
I love it.
Do you like doing hair and tattoos? Why?
Oh man, so much shit that goes into it. I swear to God, I lately haven't been liking to do just women's faces and like faces and stuff like that. Just like I have to do hair and all this shit. And tired of it. I like doing it when every once in a while.
I try and put hair in like every tattoo now. Like even if it doesn't have hair, like I'll find like a broom or something to put in there and it's like hair.
It does look cool. Yeah. No puedes verlo ahí. It's just been frozen off.
Damn it.
Let's see if it's doing it right here.
You know, I'm giving your wife this part today.
God, you getting it done?
Oh my god.
Let me see. How's that thing? If you want to get that done?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That rules.
So jealous, bro. Alright, let's see how I can put this thing to work out. I don't know what the fuck happened. For some reason, this goes coming up.
Or not?
I guess it would have been like you'd have to go further back because like we started it like over an hour ago or something. Oh, there you go.
Is it?
What the fuck? up, Jamie?
But I have at home. I have boxes.
You still use coils. What is the transition to rotary machines like?
Man, it's been a long time since I used coils. The transition, I don't know. I guess the transition for me was really realizing that a rotary isn't gonna it's not gonna like give as much as a coil, so you have to be like more forgiving because the machine isn't gonna be as forgiving.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it was fairly easy for me to get over the learning curve of like, lining with a rotary, which again is like kind of like that's the thing you always hear.
Yeah.
But that one didn't bother me. It was really like remembering that I had to be in control because the machine wasn't gonna hold back the way a coil will have like a little bit of bounce in its step.
I like the coils, but I tell you, like, for me, rotaries are definitely more for professionals, I think, to use them right, you know? The coils you can really, like, get away with most things, I think. Kind of, I don't know. I feel like you can't get away with a lot of things with rotaries.
Yeah, they're definitely less forgiving than a coil.
Yeah.
But it's just different strokes for different folks.
Definitely.
Get it? Strokes? Machines?
Yeah,
strokes?
dude.
Ugh.
You're hilarious.
Oh, God, I'm the worst.
What's up?
You have anything going on tomorrow?
I don't know. What I got going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow we'll get to you. Tomorrow night.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
I'm fucking excited.
Hey.
Am I tattooing you too?
Tomorrow, maybe.
Why do you want to get let's tattoo you
What do you want to do?
today?
What do you want to do?
What?
You got anything you want to do?
I don't got nothing I want to do. Whatever you want to get, man.
Alright, I'll figure it out. Small shit.
Oh, dude. Pound side tattoos and no fingers.
Yep. Palms only. Yeah, I got a ton of drawings for you to look at too if you don't like the Reaper.
No, I like the Reaper. I need a Reaper, bro. What? What? Chiquito. Maybe that, yeah. I don't know. I like his Reaper, though.
Reaper it is.
I like it. I don't know. I got to see the other one now.
I gotta get my little.
Says Gian, how much pain are you in right now? Are you numb? I'm definitely not numb, and I'm in a lot of pain.
Not numb. Lots of pain. Dead inside.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, the position, sometimes I feel like that's always one of the things that kills the most. The way you don't like down for a long time. It sucks. After a while.
Yeah.
I feel like focusing on the breathing. Help. And candy, lots of candy, kid. For me, at least.
Yeah, I think that whole focusing on the breathing is the like number one thing. That'll pull you out of like a hellish situation if you can just be like, just breathing. All I have to think about is breathing. Breathing, breathing, breathing.
Oh, yeah. That's all I think about.
I like when you get to the light. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm kind of scared. I don't know. That's what I was saying. Possibly it's like a
How close are you to all the contestants of, to other contestants of the show?
Pretty good question.
Close to everybody, really. I mean, not really, but. How about you? Who you been hanging out with lately? I know you hang out with girls a lot.
Yeah. I definitely hang out with Nikki, Ryan, and Gia. Like we got close, so that's awesome. It's like that, like you and Zaime, like you guys are
Yeah, we hang out a lot.
here a lot, and it's
Love
just
coming
a
down to
delight.
Boston.
Matt and Ryan.
Good. I see them every time I'm here.
Yeah. I was supposed to hang out with Kevin last week too, and didn't work out, but man oh man, I love me some Kevin Leroy.
I love Kevin. One of my favorite guys.
Kevin Soler, I took him surfing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah?
Such a good day. It was great.
Yeah, he's such a good dude.
Everyone loves Sketchy too. Like,
Oh, I love Sketchy.
I've been friends with Sketchy for years. Like, he's just such a good dude. I don't know if people saw enough of that, but like he's just a
He cares about his friends.
Oh, yeah, he's nice.
yeah.
Big time. And if you go to his job, like he takes care of the people that work for him and all that. He's a good fucking dude. And I think he loves him all about it and stuff like that.
Yeah. Big heart. Sweet guy. Funny as hell. One of my favorite people to argue with.
Right? He is
I love it.
to argue with.
He is. He's a great person to argue with. You know why? Because, like, he will sit there and he'll, like, listen to your argument and then he'll make his argument as well. And it's, like, he thinks about it and he's not an asshole, usually. Sometimes he is. Bless him. Sometimes he says shit and he gets on my last nerve.
I love
I love it.
He's a cool dude.
He knows it too when he does it because you see that smile creep across his face. There's just a lot of people from the season I wish I kept in better contact with. Like, I love Servan.
Oh, Savon is so cool.
Like,
I talk to him every once in a while on Tito.
Yeah. He was wearing his Krampus shirt at the after parties. I saw that. I see you, Servan. Eric, too. Eric, I feel like I won't get to see very often because he stays on the West Coast a lot.
Yeah, he never comes. He never gets out of there. He loves it over there.
Yeah.
Or he goes to Europe a lot too, right?
Yeah, I feel like Europe is the place that I would have the best chance at catching Eric. I like everyone from the season. Not.
Yeah, I think that this shows that I got along with everybody pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I do get along with them pretty good. Unless I don't. And then I really don't. Yeah. And then if you do that, I can do it so. But I do my best to know. Some people like to do it. I feel money needs to do it. No.
Oh yeah, that's a baby.
Oh, look at that
Yep.
guy.
This is what we're doing from now on. This dog can walk me like this, so I will not walk it. He loves it.
I'm feeling okay. It sucks, but I'm feeling okay. I'm gonna get through it. Lucy and out. I'm having a great time.
I'm gonna start on her face now. Ooh.
Ew. Think of it. Go away from my spelling for a while.
Yeah.
I love Nicolas Cage. A lot of people don't like him.
I don't like him.
Wait, who don't you like?
I don't like Nicolas Cage.
Why don't you like
I
Nicolas
don't think he
Cage?
doesn't. I don't think he acts good.
It's not his acting. He's not acting for you. He's not. It's not for you, Gian. He's acting.
He doesn't act good.
He's amazing.
I don't like
I'll hear no more of this.
I like Nicolas Cage.
Everybody.
My wife likes him.
Yeah, damn straight your wife likes Nicolas Cage.
I can't
What?
like that guy.
What nonsense is it that wouldn't? Like,
I know.
ah.
He did a movie the other day I really didn't like. Oh, especially, you know what I really don't like about him? That really bothers me? Is his transformation from a human being to Ghost Rider. Really bothers me.
You know that was like CGI. He didn't actually do that. Like,
It's not the CGI part that bothers me. It's the part where he's like laughing and he's turning into it. He's like, ha ha ha, ha ha. Dude, it's overacted as fuck.
it's art.
It's definitely not what I would call it. His transformation.
Here's what's happening is Nicolas Cage is actually experiencing a range of emotions that we can't comprehend. Like, you know how like dogs can hear
I know.
how
but
dogs can hear
no.
like frequencies that we can't.
No way.
Nicolas Cage can emote things that we just can't comprehend. Like, it doesn't make him bad, it makes us less than him.
Maybe. I really don't like that scene though.
Have you
It really
seen
bothers me.
Have you seen Ghost Rider 2, Spirit of Vengeance?
I haven't seen it.
Now that's a movie.
Really?
That is cinema. You gotta watch that shit.
Is it him?
Oh yeah, it's him.
Crazy.
Oh,
Shit,
have you
I'm
been on
lowering
this?
this thing a little bit.
What?
I put my hand on it. My hand is killing me.
Want that there? Yeah.
Ew. Is that okay for you?
That works for me.
Meg Ryan.
Hang on, I'm like literally I'm watching the video to see if that's in a good spot.
Alright.
Seems like it, yeah. You guys can see that, right? Ghost Rider 2, Spirit of Vengeance is way better than Ghost Rider 1, not Spirit of Vengeance. 8mm? That was directed by Joel Schumacher. Yeah, he's good when he's doing the things like he's supposed to. Like, Falling Down was awesome. Like, Michael Douglas just being, like, pissed. And, like, he did well with, Phantom of the Opera because it's, like, it's over the top and campy and it's a Broadway show. But then he did the two, like, Batmans that nobody likes because he put nipples on the bat suit. And nobody really appreciated that. It's just like, that's pinpointing weakness. Like, here's my nipples. Punch me here.
He's got all that armor, though. I mean, you can't...
Alright, stab me here. Like, now you know where his nipples are, and it's never good to get stabbed in the nipple. There's just no reason to alert your enemies to where your nipples are. I'll stand by that. Like, if people need to quote me on that, like Kelly Doty says, it's never good to pinpoint where your nipples are to your enemies. I'll be like, absolutely. You can write that on my headstone. After I'm stabbed to death in the nipples. If that dude that wants Batman on his butt wants nipples on the bat suit, I'm out. I don't stand for that. I do not support bat nipples.
Bat nipples. He does.
Bat milk.
But there was like an ice skating scene in that one. Like,
Well, yeah, because Arnold Schwarzenegger just spoke in like puns, which I'm a fan of. I'm not mad about that. But I'm also pro campy movies. Like I love a good bad movie.
Yes. She did that girl.
That was gotta be her comeback.
It was. It failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she failed so many. Yep. I like what you're talking about.
I played that game.
You wear that Nixie?
I wonder if somebody, while making this, is like,
They're like, this is missing something. Not quite.
No, because that's the kind of thing that they have to go through revision and revision over.
yeah.
Like, there was a party of people, there was a team of people gathered around a table that all probably had to vote on whether or not, like, to nipple or not to nipple.
Did the comic have nipples?
No, the comic doesn't have nipples.
Which one though?
But, like, it's not like they were being true to the comic books at that point. They were already taking liberties.
Yeah.
So, like, that can't be, like, the main source. The main source of, like, disagreement towards bat nipples should be don't fucking do it. Like, there's just no good reason, so why do it? Like, you don't have to list all of the bad reasons. You just have to list the fact that there are no good reasons. Gosh, damn it. I didn't know I felt that strongly about that until this exact moment.
Who's this Garrett
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know. He's feisty, I guess. People are getting mad.
Free love.
That's okay. I'm getting mad about nipples. Mad About Nipples. Starring Paul Reiser and Helen Hunt. CB or NBC this fall.
Pretty sad.
Oh, Gian, I also remembered when I was drawing that gypsy that you were not keen on the big forehead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That
I was
is
like,
true.
don't do the giant forehead.
Nah, but I would have been fine with anything you did, really. Oh, I like it all. I tell you that on that time because of the... I knew the judges, you know those judges, what
Yeah.
they wanted. They wanted to see what you did.
She still had a sizable forehead.
Oh, she was way, yeah, she was definitely a new school girl.
But there was that other one that I drew up with the huge
yeah,
forehead
Mickey
and
would've got you.
huge
I'm
eyes.
telling you, Mickey would have got you with that one, I think.
Yeah.
I think they would have liked that more subtleness, and they would have killed it.
Yeah.
In ghosts, Tony.
What?
Mike doesn't believe in ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts. No, I do not believe the stories you girls tell me. It's not that I don't believe them.
Yeah,
I believe that, you know, you girls imagine things.
You're probably all on your periods.
Exactly. That's so funny. You're probably all your periods.
You're just hallucinating because you're having your woman's times.
Exactly it.
Oh, dude, I really would love to see ghosts. It's just always the story behind a ghost. Like, So I was really high, and I saw a shadow.
If
What
it-
kind of like smoke right behind me?
I was not high. There have been no like
Well, but
instances of me encountering ghosts
have you
whilst
seen
high.
a ghost talk to you?
No, I have never.
Then I can. How do you know it's a ghost?
You know
Or how do
what?
you not
Maybe
know
at
it's
some
a
point in high
hallucination?
school, I was having a lot of mental stuff happening in high school. Maybe I had some ghost conversations.
No.
But nope, I haven't sat down and like had like my.
Figure of a human being talking to you, or at least looking at you and walking away. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Then I can't believe no ghost stories. Because anything else just could be an hallucination. Or just shit that falls to the ground, or, dogs like to
Shit
bite.
falls off. Screws fall out all the time. The world's an imperfect place.
It's imperfect. You can't. There's weird shit that
If
happens.
anyone can name the movie that I just quoted, I'll be real happy.
Which one?
Well, I'm not gonna say it right now. I just asked people to name it.
What movie? No, I mean, what quote?
Screws fall out all the time. The world's an imperfect place.
I don't know. Sounds like Final Destination to me.
Sounds like Final Destination to me. It's not Final Destination.
Let me see what people like.
Is anyone getting it?
No.
Oh. I don't know. Oh my god, that was so cute.
Oh, no. Okay, really. Mad.
Yeah, man.
Mad people.
Internet mad. I'm not gonna do like full saturation on her face because I don't want to. I don't want to do like pastel-y colors in your skin.
Yeah. I need that.
Oh, shit. Is that the onions again? Oh.
So, on the subject of skin tone, like I just said, I'm not doing like full saturation on the face. Because Gian has actual pigment in his skin.
You can say it, Kelly.
And is not a
I'm
is
Latin.
not a ghost. He is in fact Latin, if you guys
Latin.
didn't know. So I'm not gonna try and pound a bunch of like really pastel-y colors that have a lot of white in them throughout his skin, because they're not gonna hold up, and they might kind of, like we were talking earlier, get overtaken by his own pigmentation. So I'm basically doing like a wash. So I'm using like colors, but I'm also watering them down so that his skin is the highlight in the face.
What? Not kitchen chocolate? Oh my god.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna do the. Oh yeah, from good to him.
Oh man, cheekbones are fun.
What?
Cheekbones are fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice that Paul was watching, though. That makes my heart sing.
How?
God, this tattoo's beautiful. Well, I'm gonna go meet up with the twins.
Oh.
I will see you guys tomorrow.
You coming tomorrow, bro?
You're coming too. I'm gonna tattoo you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Tattoo you first, then.
Huh?
I'll tattoo you first. I don't know if I can tattoo. I think you're lucky.
Oh, your arm.
Yeah.
You should be good. You're gonna have Sandy Derm on.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Just throw standard on it and plastic sleeve.
We'll figure it out.
It's small anyway. Oh, so sweet. Really just kills everything.
Indeed.
Alright. I'm just gonna move my tattoo stuff in there, yeah?
Yeah. It's a tattoo shop. We do that.
Alright, Mike. See you
Alright,
tomorrow.
How long have we been tattooing? Who knows?
How long?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like 4 hours or something.
Has this been 4 hours? I don't even know. What time is it?
Since you started?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys started around 4-ish when you were?
Took a
Did we
break.
start at like 4?
Ish. It was
Yeah.
past 4.
It was like 4:15.
4:15
Yeah.
and it's now almost 10.
Okay.
I'd say this arm
So
just
it's-
doesn't feel that great.
Yeah, around 6 hours.
6 hours. How did I do it on the show? That's
I don't know. You
what
did
the
really
fuck.
good though, so that's good. See you guys tomorrow.
bye.
See ya. there any way you can get that guy down?
Oh, I don't know. Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah.
Oh. I would, but I would have to deglove and everything.
Well, we'll do it.
I got that, like, face momentum right now. Not trying to break.
Oh, hell no. They're gonna listen whenever you have a chance.
Yes. In a few minutes. Let me finish up her
Oh,
face.
good. You can finish up the whole face and skin if you want. So, give you heads up in the future.
got most of the faces done. We're gonna take a break. Pee, eat some food. Not necessarily at the same time, but I don't know. See where the night takes me. But we'll be back on shortly if you're still watching. Bless your heart. Really dirty. Speed demon. Try to give you guys like a good look at it real quick before we close it out. So let me do that. Hey Gian, do you want to roll your arms so we can see the back a little
What
bit?
side? This side?
Yeah. So that's what we got so far. Honestly, everything else will go way faster because basically we just did 2 faces and hair, which has a tendency to take me a long time, but like everything else is blocks of pretty like big kind of simplistic color. So yay! Home stretch. Alright, be back with you guys soon.